class 12th. Today I am dealing with a topic which is slightly confusing: the difference between hemophilia, sickle cell anemia, and thalassemia. Although all the disorders are of the blood only, but there's a large difference between these three. For example, if we'll see in case of the hemophilia, hemophilia is actually a disease in which the blood continuously oozes out, meaning that blood after the injury is not able to form the clot. The oozing of the blood causes excessive loss of the blood from the body related and resulting into the death of the person because of excessive loss of the blood. Now, it is a sex-linked disease where the defective gene is present in the X chromosome. The basic problem is that in case of the male, there is only one X chromosome. The dominant character is that of the normal one. So in case of the female, if one of the X chromosome is having the hemophilic character and another is having the normal character, then in that particular case, that particular female is the carrier of the disease. She is not suffering from the disease because the normal character is the dominant one. But in case of the male, where only X chromosome is present, there X chromosome with the hemophilic character will be able to express itself because Y is not having the normal gene. That is why males are always the sufferer. A common question in the board that if a hemophilic father is there and the daughter is hemophilic, how is it possible? Or in a rare case, a hemophilic daughter is being born, what will be the characteristics, what will be the gene present in her XX chromosome, whether she will be sufferer or carrier, how you are going to show it by your cross. See, in that the cross you can show that XH is there and Y is there, and that X character is having, the male is having the hemophilic character, and when it crosses with the female one, there they are going to have it X hemophilic character, and both although recessive but able to express themselves because both the alleles are the same, homozygous condition is there. But at the end you should write it that it is not going to happen in the nature under the natural condition, because male with the hemophilic character will never be able to reach to the puberty or to the reproductive age. That is why when they are not reaching to the marriageable age, they will not be able to produce the female which are having the hemophilia disease. They will be carrier only in general condition. What happens during this? Actually, our protein is not being formed which is responsible for the formation of cascade of the clot. And in case of blood clotting in class 11th, you have already studied that there are 20 types of clotting factors which are responsible and helps in the process of clotting, and they are triggered by one after another. So in this hemophilia, the trigger is not there, resulting no clotting of the blood, excessive oozing out of the blood, resulting to the death of the person. Sickle cell anemia. In case of the sickle cell anemia, actually the RBC changes their shape. The general shape of the RBC is a biconcave structure and having place for 4 oxygen molecules with the help of the hemoglobin. They are transporting the oxygen to the different parts of the body. This is the simple function of the RBCs. But in case of the sickle cell anemia, due to the point mutation, there is a change in the shape of the RBC and it becomes sickle shaped, like streamlined, like that of a rice, narrow from both the ends, broad from the between. And due to this particular shape, the RBCs are not able to carry the oxygen properly. Now, this is an autosomal recessive disease. Hemophilia was sex linked, responsible because of the sexes. Male is having the disease, female was only the carrier. But sickle cell anemia, it is an autosomal recessive disorder equally present in both male and female. And because of the point mutation, the glutamic acid is replaced by the valine in the hemoglobin chain, beta globin chain. There, because of that, shape of the RBC changes, due to which the oxygen carrying capacity decreases and the person suffers from the anemic condition. So, difference between hemophilia and sickle cell anemia, I think now it must be clear. Now we will go for the thalassemia. Thalassemia, in general, we can say it is a disorder in which, again, autosomal disorder, in which both male and female can be the sufferer, and in general language, the formation of RBC is not taking place. Actually, one of the hemoglobin chain is not being formed. It is of two types, alpha and beta type of thalassemia. Alpha caused by the linked genes present in chromosome number 16, while beta thalassemia from the chromosome number 11, when the mutation or rather deletion of the genes takes place. Due to this, these patients, they are requiring continuously supply of the blood or rather RBCs, because we know that the age of the RBC is 120 days only. So in this particular case, the blood is being transfused after every 3 months. The chances of survival of these kids which are having the thalassemia is very difficult, because they have to depend throughout their life on the blood of the other person, where they can get very easily the infections and the other diseases. Because of the differences in the hemoglobin chain only, they are also suffering from the anemia, and continuous supply of the blood from the outside sources required. So, hemophilia is not formation of the clot, continuously oozing out of the blood. Sickle cell anemia, change in the shape of the RBCs so that transport of the oxygen is being affected. Thalassemia, not synthesis of the RBCs resulting into the anemia. Alpha and beta type of the thalassemia due to the deletion or rather mutation in case of chromosome number 16 or chromosome number 11. Now I think by this some doubts, if it's still there, then contact me. Otherwise, try to read the good books, see the videos also. You'll come to know and be more passionate, more sensitive about this type of the patients, because they know that what is going to happen in future with them. So they need your moral support. Thank you.